Greetings and welcome back into Cavalier Field. Game 3 of the season after the A's took Game 1 earlier this afternoon, 5-2. The A's 1-1 on the season, and we are going to get started as I sit down with head coach Esteban Cardoza-Oquendo. We'll hear from him.
Tough loss last night. We dropped that one. Improved on a complete game today from Peyton Walters, going 7 innings, striking out 10. How does that feel to know that you got your first win under your belt as a head coach?
It feels great, but it's obviously all thanks to the players. Yesterday and today, they played hard. We were hitting balls hard all over the field, both games. And first day just had some things that didn't go our way. Some Adam balls, but today had some things go our way, and obviously Peyton Walters did a great job shoving it down their throats from pitch number 1 to the last pitch.
Indeed. His longest outing by far, as a collegiate pitcher, his longest outing previously was 5.1 innings. Today going 7, taking the complete game, and it's not just Peyton. The A's, they were able to come back, take advantage of a couple of errors and some defensive miscues by the Cougars, and that was a big-time opportunity for the A's to take the lead at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's exactly what you said right there, of trying to take advantage of some miscues from the other team. We kind of talked about that with the guys. If we can play hard, we can put some pressure on the defense, and hopefully some things go our way. They've been doing a great job of it, so hopefully we can keep that going all summer.
Indeed. We're coming up Game 3 now. What are your thoughts and plans for this one?
It's time to win a series. Let's do it.
Let's go. Go A's. Thank you, Coach.
That was head coach Esteban Cardoza-Oquendo as we got the opportunity to talk about the win earlier this afternoon, and now we will hear from our starting pitchers here in just a second.
Peyton won a complete game today, Game 2, taking the win 5-2 against the Denver Cougars. Peyton, tell us a little bit about your pitching strategy.
Honestly, I'm just hitting the outside corner and throwing balls that look like strikes is how you do it.
Indeed, and there was definitely some, from my vantage anyway, you were getting some, definitely the outside calls. They were very generous on the outer edge of the zone, but you go 7 innings, your longest outing so far this year, and striking out 10, it's just, enough can't be said about that game and what you did for the A's this year.
Yeah, I've been working really hard. I didn't do too good my last 2 years at Garden City Community College, but I've been mastering my craft and it's paying off.
Indeed. Any other thoughts?
No, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Peyton. And then Caden Norman. Caden, you got to start in Game 1 the other night. Not necessarily the way we wanted the game to go, but things looked good. Things definitely felt good from the way it looked. Tell us a bit about your thoughts.
Well, I feel like I wasn't getting outside quite too much, but my game plan going in was just to, get outs. That's how I've always pitched, it's just to get outs. So we found a little sequence that was working, so we went after that. Got away from me a little bit there in the second inning, of course. Balls that got tapped, ambushed, some spots a little missed. And then I got errors, but I also got my team behind me that would make up for that. I think we had a great show in the first game. Just got try to get away from us a little bit. I think we're a way better team than that loss, of course. But I think we're gonna do a lot of good things this year and get everything back on my mind.
It's definitely difficult to take the first loss of the season, but like you said, a lot of good things going. And one of the things that pitchers get in their head, they get it done, they think they got to do it all themselves, but you hit on it to where there's a defense behind you, and let them help you out, let them help you get out of situations. That's definitely a big thing. We look forward to seeing what you do the rest of the season, and definitely what the rest of the team can do.
Sure.
So, all right.
Thank you.
And Caden Norman, thank you.
So we will jump right into it as we get started on game 2. And we are ready to go. So Brady Webb leads off for the Denver Cougars, and he'll go down on strikes, and it is Christian Powell currently in the count at 2-0. That ball hit at Jordan Rodriguez, throw to first in time, and that will be out number 2 for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in Matt Bathauer. Two away for the Cougars here in the top of the first inning. A 1-0 count. Swung on and missed, and that will even the count at 1 apiece to Bathauer. The 1-1 delivery just misses on the outside edge, makes it 2-1. Caleb Jamison getting the start on the mound for the Dodge City A's. We'll get through the lineups here in just a little bit. A 3-1 count to Bathauer. The 3-1 pitch from Jamison. That one's popped up foul, and it will go out of play over the third base side for strike number 2. Payoff pitch from Jamison. He'll fire him. That one's hit. Rodriguez at short. Throw to first. Pulls him away from the bag a little bit. Able to stay on, and that will be out number 3. The Cougars go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. It will be Schneider, Bergman, and Gallion due up when we come back in the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cooper Schneider leading off the bottom of the first for your Dodge City A's. He will face Gabriel Gonzalez on the mound for the Denver Cougars. Sorry, that is Gabriel Rodriguez on the mound. The righty working from the third base side of the rubber. Kick and fire, that pitch. Catches the outside edge, evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch popped up foul over the press box. Get Schneider down in the count 1-2. The lineup for the A's will look like this. Leading off is Schneider. He's the left fielder. Batting second is Caleb Bergman. He is the center fielder. Batting third, Alex Gallion, the second baseman. Batting fourth is Jordan Black, the DH. Batting fifth is Nolan Williams. He is the right fielder. Batting sixth, Preston Gamster at third base. Batting seventh, Peter Tassler catching. Batting eighth is Brian Gardner. He's the first baseman. That pitch is popped up, gathered in by the third baseman for out number 1. Batting ninth is Jordan Rodriguez, playing at shortstop today, and that is the lineup for your Dodge City A's. It was Caleb Jamison getting the start for the A's today in this ball game. So Caleb Bergman will step in after the pop-up to third base by Cooper Schneider. And Bergman will step in. Takes first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Bergman down in the count, 0-2. That pitch bounces in the turf ahead of the left-handed batter's box. 1-2 the count now to Caleb Bergman. Dodge City A's improved to 1-1 after the 5-2 win earlier this afternoon, as that pitch is fouled off and out into the field past the first base side. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Pitch again fouled off, and we'll do it over. Pitch misses down low, evens the count at 2 apiece. Two delivery. Pitch is driven, it's headed out into the gap towards right center. The right fielder tracking it, though. He's got it just in front of the warning track. Out number 2 for the A's, and that will bring in Alex Gallion. Gallion got the game off in the game earlier this afternoon. Gallion will take the first pitch he sees and fouls it off back into the net. Strike number 1. The A's trying to win a series here. Well, win the home part of this series. Gallion sends that one out to right field, and Welsh tracking that one down. Out number 3. A's go 1-2-3 in that inning. We're headed to the top of the second. It's a scoreless game here so far. Game 3 of this series. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Mike Bathauer leads off the top of the second after the Cougars go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Jamison kicks and fires. That pitch delivered outside for ball number 1. A 1 count to Bathauer. That pitch driven out towards left field. Schneider giving chase. That'll play it off the wall. The throw to second. They get him. It will be credited. It will be a single credited to Bathauer, but he is thrown out at second. A 7-6 put out, and 1 away for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in Aiden Welsh. He'll take the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Two and 1 the count now to Welsh. He'll take a step out of the box. Swing and a miss. That evens the count at 2 apiece. Caleb Jamison working with some tempo. Working quickly on the mound. He's got his sign and come set. The delivery, pitch misses, a full count to Jamison. Sorry, that is Welsh. The payoff pitch from Jamison misses low, and it will be a walk that puts Welsh on. That will bring in Will Brazil. Brazil, the designated hitter tonight for the Denver Cougars. One 0 count to Brazil. Pitch, hit out. Cooper Schneider camping under it out in left field. He's got that one 2 away now for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in Gavin Shari. Caleb Jamison, 14 starts, 17 appearances this year, pitched 57 innings. First pitch is swing and a miss. Has a 5-2 record to his name, a 4.89 ERA. Pitch. This is down and inside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Throw over to first, not in time. Pitch. Grounded to the shortstop. Fielder's choice will get the lead runner out. That will end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the second. When we come back, it will be Jordan Black, Nolan Williams, and Preston Gamster due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jordan Black leading off the bottom of the second for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch he sees over the inside corner for strike number 1. Pitch down low, evens the count at 1 apiece. One delivery inside to Black, brings it to 2-1. So the Dodge City A's playing game 3 of the season. That pitch driven out towards shallow left center field. Hauled in by Brady Webb for out number 1. That will bring in Nolan Williams. Williams, the right fielder tonight for the Dodge City A's. So the A's playing this game here and will leave tomorrow to go to Colorado for 2 games against the Game Day Angels. Those games set for a 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time start from Parker. 0-1 the count, now 0-2 to Preston Gamster. That one just misses on the outside edge, makes it 1-2. Evens the count now at 2 apiece. Pitch is popped up. Called for by the first baseman, Matt Bathauer. He'll haul that one in for out number 2, and that will bring up Peter Tassler. Okay, I am wrong. I was off. I stand corrected. Nolan Williams was at bat. That was Nolan Williams that got out. Preston Gamster at bat right now. Swung on and chopped foul for strike number 1. That pitch driven out into shallow left field. It'll fall in for a hit. Gamster rounding first. He is in safely. A sliding double for Gamster. An extra base hit, and that puts runner aboard in scoring position for the Dodge City A's. That will set up Peter Tassler. Tassler the catcher tonight for the A's. Two away for the A's. Tassler to face the right-hander from the Cougars. First pitch he sees is outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery from Rodriguez. That one inside for ball 2. Throw to third. Not in time as Gamster steals third. And 90 feet away from the A's taking the lead. Two-0 delivery. Misses low. Makes it 3-0. Tasser will draw the walk. That puts runners on the corners for the A's. And that will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner, the first baseman. Runners on the corners now as the A's will elect to go with a courtesy runner. And that is going to be Dawson Stutz. So Stutz will be on at first for the A's as the courtesy runner for the catcher, Peter Tasser. Yes, I said that right, a courtesy runner, not a pinch runner. The Rocky Mountain League uses courtesy runners for the catchers. First pitch to Gardner outside in the opposite batter's box for ball one. One-0 delivery from Rodriguez. That pitch hit over the first baseman's head. It's out into shallow right field. Gardner will hold up at first, and Welsh having trouble coming up with that one. That ball just died in the luscious grass here at Cavalier Field. 1-1 scores. The A's take a 1-0 lead. And this will be the bottom of the order with Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez making his first appearance for the Dodge City A's. Runners on the corners with 2 away. Rodriguez takes first pitch. He sees he'll foul it off on the first base side, down in the count 0-1. 2 hits for the A's so far in this inning and have plated 1. Rodriguez looks. Gardner back to first. A 1 delivery. Just to the outside, just misses, makes it 1-1. That pitch misses outside, and Gardner will go down to second. Both runners now in scoring position for the A's. Pitch in for a strike, evens the count at 2 apiece. So after the A's get 2 quick outs, a full count now to Jordan Rodriguez, and the A's have plated 1 with 2 outs, and runners now in scoring position. Gamster came around to score. Rodriguez taps that one back up. Grounder to short, throw to first in time. That will end the inning. The A's take a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the third. A's strained 2 hits on 1 run scored. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Jackson Nutter leading off for the Denver Cougars in the top of the third. This game scheduled for 7 innings. At pitch, down low and pops over the head of the catcher and home plate umpire. Ball number 1. Swing and a miss, and that evens the count at 1 apiece for the catcher, Jackson Nutter. Nutter will foul that one off, gets himself down in the count, 1-2. That one will get down for a hit. Played in shallow right field. Runner aboard for the Denver Cougars. Back-to-back innings with hits for the Cougars, and they will elect to put Clark Springs on as the courtesy runner for Jackson Nutter. So that will bring in Cooper Latino. Latino has pitched for the Cougars in this series. That pitch down low. Ball number 1. For the first time, the Cougars have a leadoff runner aboard in this game. That pitch gets away from Tassler. And Springs rounded second. Thought about going to third, but thought better. He'll hold up. Jamison, the left-hander for the Dodge City A's. He works from the third base side of the rubber. That pitch in and low for ball 3. Three and 1 now the count to Latino. That pitch misses inside. That'll put runners on at first and second now for the Denver Cougars. We're going to have a quick mound visit with Coach Esteban. So Esty wants to talk a few things over, and there's still a little bit of confidence in Jamison. So the Denver Cougars turning their lineup over. It will be Brady Webb coming up after he got on. He went down on strikes in the top of the first. So he will break up this mound visit. I'm sure, like I said, more of a instill some confidence. Go at it. One of the things that we know that Coach Esteban is good at is being aggressive, and he's going to be aggressive on the base paths. We saw that last night as a couple of guys were caught stealing, but it's just in the nature of who the Dodge City A's will be this year. That pitch and swung on and missed for strike number 1. So as the lineup turns over, Brady Webb 0 for 1 so far in this game. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for ball 1. That pitch down, bounces away, gets away from Tassler, and that will move the runners up into scoring position at second and third. 2-1 the count to Brady Webb. Tassler blocks that one as it was down low. 3-1 the count. Nobody out. Runners on second and third for the Denver Cougars. Jamison looks in and comes set. He'll fire. That one misses low, and the bases are loaded for the Denver Cougars with nobody away. Back-to-back walks. And that will bring in Christian Powell. Powell, a 6'3" ground out victim his first time up. Jamison comes set. First pitch into Powell misses inside and low for ball number 1. That pitch hit just over the shortstop's head. That will score 1. The base is still loaded. A tie ball game at 1 apiece. So that will bring in Matt Bathauer. Bathauer ground out victim his first time up. 6'3" ground out. Bathauer steps in to face Jamison. A pitch over the outer edge for strike number 1. That pitch bounces, gets away from Tassler, and that one will score another run. Those low pitches bouncing and getting away have been a bit of a bugaboo here in the top of the third. 1-1 the count to Bathauer. As Latino scored on that wild pitch. That pitch in and catches the inner part of the zone for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Runners at second and third for the Cougars. 2 have scored. The Cougars take a 2-1 lead. That pitch down low just gets away a little bit from Tassler, but held in front. Evens the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 delivery from Jamison. That pitch popped, driven out towards left field. It is fielded. It'll be cut off on the infield, and another run will score, 1 away, and the Cougars take a 3-1 lead on that sacrifice fly by Matt Bathauer. That'll bring in Mike Bathauer. One and oh the count to Bathauer. Sorry, yeah, 1-1 or 1-0. That pitch swung on and missed. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Two walks, 2 hits, 3 runs scored. I'll take off. That pitch just past the outstretched arms of the third baseman Gamster, and Powell trot in from second. A 4-run lead for the Denver Cougars. Coach Esteban arguing something at home plate, not sure what it was. But we will go back to work as it will be Aiden Welsh at bat for the Denver Cougars. Welsh hit the single and was thrown out at second, his first time up. Takes first pitch, he sees it's fouled off for strike number 1. Gardner giving chase to that one. It was down the line in trouble, but not able to haul it in, and it falls just inside fair territory. That will put runners on at first and second for the Cougars. One away, and that will bring in the designated hitter, Will Brossel. Brossel flew out to left field his first time up. First pitch, swung on, it's tailing towards right center, and Bergman there to haul that one in for out number 2, and it wasn't hit deep enough. Runners not able to advance. That holds the runners at first and second. Two away, and that will bring in the left fielder, Gavin Sherry. Sherry hit into the fielder's choice that ended the bottom of the second inning. That pitch high for ball number 1. The 9th batter to the plate this inning for the Denver Cougars as they've plated 4. Swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. No work yet in the Dodge City A's dugout. That pitch just missing outside brings it to 2-1. A call that we were getting last night, not there tonight. The 2-run delivery from Jamison. He looks back. That pitch inside and low makes it 3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now for Gavin Sherry. So we will see the payoff pitch now from Jamison. Pitch just catches the inner edge. That gets Sherry looking. He'll go down on strikes, and that will mercifully end the inning as the Cougars bat around. They plate 4 on 3 hits, walk 2, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's. Cooper Schneider leading off in the third. His first pitch he sees just missing to the outside for ball number 1. Schneider popped up to the third baseman his first time up. That pitch catches the outer edge of the zone, evens the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 delivery, high and inside, makes it 2-1. Swung on and missed by Schneider, evens the count at 2 apiece. Full count now to Cooper Schneider. The payoff pitch from Rodriguez. Swung on and missed, and Schneider will go down on strikes for out number 1. That will bring in Caleb Bergman. Bergman fly out to right field his first time up. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. They trail 4-1 in this game. Bergman shows bunt, takes it for strike number 1. That pitch in and misses, evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch popped up, called for by the third baseman, and he will gather that one in for out number 2. So that will bring in Alex Gallion. Gallion takes the first pitch he sees. He'll foul it off for strike number 1. The 0-1 delivery from Rodriguez. That pitch misses outside, evens it at 1 apiece. Generous call by home plate umpire says that one catches the outer edge of the zone. Gallion down in the count 1-2. That pitch over the head of Gallion gets him ducking, evens it at 2 apiece. Gallion sends that one. It's headed out towards center field. It will be gathered in, and the A's go down 1-2-3. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. So we go back to the work in top of the fourth. The Cougars working with a 4-1 lead, and Jackson Nutter leads off, takes the first pitch he sees, a swing on a miss for strike number 1. Cougars battled around in the top of the third as they plated 4 and stranded 2. One the count to Nutter. That one just misses outside, makes it 2-1. Jamison fires. That one swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2 apiece. The Dodge City A's trying to win the home part of this series. They will face the Denver Cougars later on for game number 4 to complete the series. That pitch fouled off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Nutter will go down swinging. A drop strike 3. They'll throw down to first to complete the out. Out number 1 for the Cougars. The second drop strike 3. And the second strikeout for Jamison. That will bring in Cooper Latino. Latino walked on his last time up. He takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Jamison kicks and fires, misses outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. One delivery. That one comes back low and inside, makes it 2-1. Pitch low, 3-1 now to Latino. So the A's will travel to Colorado tomorrow for 2 games. Play tomorrow night at 6:35 Mountain against the Game Day Angels. That one swung on and missed. Makes it 2-2. We'll play again Tuesday night at 6:35. That game also Mountain Time. And then we'll travel to Hayes on Wednesday and return back here to Cavalier Field on Thursday. Cooper Latino on at first base after drawing the walk. Turns the order over again to Brady Webb, and he takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Walks have been a bit of an issue so far in this game. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. That evens it at 1 apiece. The A's open the season on a grind, playing 16 games in 17 days. One count to Brady Webb. That pitch misses inside, makes it 2-1. We heard from President Curbs Thursday night at the Host Family Barbecue. Set this season up to be similar to what players might see minor leagues or even the big leagues, grinding out games early and often. 2-2 count now to Webb. Jamison looks, fires, high for a 4 count. Work beginning down in the bullpen, and I believe that is Zaid Cisneros warming up for the A's. That pitch just misses the outside edge. The payoff pitch outside, and Back-to-back walks put runners at first and second for the Denver Cougars. Runner in scoring position now to bring up Christian Powell. Christian Powell, a 6-3 ground out to start, and a single into shallow left field. It was just over the shortstop's head. In the top of the third, Jamison turns around and looks. Latino back to second. Pitch down low for ball one. Pitch low as well, makes it 2-0 to Christian Powell. Powell, the shortstop for the Denver Cougars, getting his third at bat in this game. We're going to have a mound visit from head coach Esteban. And not sure if we'll see a pitching change yet. Work is occurring out in the bullpen. So we'll take this opportunity. We want to thank some of our game time sponsors. Start with our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Curbs Law Office, Lewis Automotive Group, and McDonald's Cool Enterprises, LLC. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So that mound visit is over, and we'll go back to work. A 2-0 count to Christian Powell. You have to think that if Powell gets on, might be the end for Caleb Jamison. At pitch, inside and low, makes it 3-0. Jamison struggled a little bit in this game to find the zone. Been pounding hard on that inner edge and just not able to find it. That one right over the heart of the plate for strike number one. One thing Jamison's been mixing his pitches, going inside, outside, up, down. Just struggle a little bit, especially in that inner part and low. That one outside and misses, makes it a walk, and that will load the bases with one away. That will bring in Matt Bathauer. Bathauer, the first baseman, grounded out and hit a sac fly. That pitch over the outer part catches the zone for strike number one. Bathauer 0 for 2 in this game. Jamison fires. That pitch misses low, evens the count at 1 apiece. A diving play at first. Gardner not able to come up with it. Throw home will not be in time. That scores 2 more. The Cougars with a 6-1 lead. That will bring in Mike Bathauer, and we'll have another mound visit from head coach Esteban, and it is likely that Jamison's night will be over. That is the case, and we will tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. It will be Zaid Cisneros taking over the mound for the Dodge City A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Zaid Cisneros takes over on the mound for the Dodge City A's. First pitch to Mike Bathauer, grounded to the second baseman. Fielder's choice. It gets one runner out, two away now. That will bring in Aiden Welsh. He takes first pitch for strike one. Zaid Cisneros with 20 appearances in his freshman season. That pitch gets away from Tassler, and that will score a run as the Cougars take a 7-1 lead. That pitch driven out towards right field. Williams not able to come up with it. That'll score another run. And the Cougars have scored 4 in back-to-back innings to take an 8-1 lead. That will bring in Will Brossel. That pitch down, throw to third. It will be in time, and that will end the inning. Mercifully ends the inning on a throwdown as Welsh is caught stealing, and that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jordan Black leading off for the A's in the bottom of the 4th. An 8-1 lead for the Denver Cougars. We can officially close the book now on Caleb Jamison. He'll go 3.1 innings, 6 hits, 6 walks, 8 runs, struck out 2 and faced 21. A 1-1 count to Black. That pitch popped up, but it will fall foul just outside the first base gate for strike number 2. Little dribbler up the first base side, and it is picked up. It was rolling towards fair, but picked up in time, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Nolan Williams. Williams popped up to the first baseman his last time up. 1 away. Pitch is fouled off back into the pole for strike number 1. Williams goes down on strikes, and a 1-0 count to Preston Gamster. One and one now. Pitch misses outside, makes it 2-1. Gamster takes that one. It's hit out towards center field. Webb there to haul that one in for out number 3. So we will go to the top of the 5th. The A's trailing 8-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Will Brasso leading off the top of the 5th for the Denver Cougars. Takes first pitch. He sees for ball number 1. That pitch in. Catches his own. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Zaid Cisneros out for his second inning of work. Brasso swings and misses, gets down in the count 1-2. A's will be on the road for the next 3 days. Tomorrow and Tuesday night in Colorado as they face the Game Day Angels. Then we'll finish the road trip on Wednesday as they come back to Hayes to face the Hayes Larks. That will be a non-league game against the Larks. Swung on and foul tipped, but that actually was not a foul tip, but it will be a drop strike 3. Throw down to first in time and 1 away. So that will bring in Gavin Shari. Shari 0 for 2. A strikeout victim his last time up. Takes first pitch for strike 1. He'll go around and finds himself down in the count 0-2. Cisneros shaking one off. He's got his sign. The 0-2 delivery. That one just misses outside and low for ball number 1. Tasser pointing down, acting like he wanted to appeal down to first base and see if Sherry might have gone around. That one grounded to Rodriguez. That's short. Throw to first in time, and 2 away now for the Cougars. That will bring in the catcher, Jackson Nutter. Nutter a strikeout victim his last time up. Takes first pitch, he sees for ball number 1. Pitch. This is low, 2-0. Zaid Cisneros on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Made 20 appearances, 36.1 innings pitched, a 2-3 record, 10.91 ERA. He has 1 save to his credit. Gets another 2 swing and miss. Brings the count to 2-1. That pitch just inside, 3-1. Cisneros, a reliever for the Conquistadors this past season. He will miss just outside, and Netter aboard via the walk. And the courtesy runner, they are going to go to Clark Springs for the courtesy runner, and that will bring in the bottom of the order with Cooper Latino. Latino, no at bat recorded so far in this game as he's been on base via the walk both times. The throwing error to first gets away from Gardner. Springs rounding second. He'll go to third, and he will be in diving as that throwing error advances Springs to third. That pitch, and over the inner edge for strike 1. Oh, 2 the count to Latino. Pitch outside. Tasser set up outside, maybe an attempt to see if he could get Latino to go fish. Ball 1. 1-2 from Cisneros. Catches the outer edge of the zone, and Latino will go down looking. The Cougars strand 1, and they will take a 8-1 lead as the A's come to bat in the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Thanking some more of our sponsors as Peter Tasser leads off the bottom of the 5th for the A's. Rodriguez still on the mound for the Cougars, and he takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. That one's popped up way up the elevator chute. Netter giving chase, and he has it in his glove but can't hold on as he makes a diving catch Not able to hold on to it, and that will bring the count to 1-1. So Tassel with a new lease on life on that one. Rodriguez will go back to work, the 1-1 delivery. Right over the zone, and again, Nutter can't hold on to it. 1-2 now to Peter Tassel, the catcher for the Dodge City A's. Tassel played his freshman season here on this field for the Conquistadors. That pitch delivered low, gets away from Nutter for ball 2. That pitch down and inside, a full count now to Tassel. Payoff pitch from Rodriguez. Grounded back up, grounded to the second baseman Latino, throw to first in time, out number 1. That will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner hit a single out into shallow center field, or shallow right field, his last time up. First pitch to Gardner. Outside in the opposite batter's box for ball 1. Brian Gardner taking a bit of a different stance as he approaches the at-bat, and hunched up in his shoulders. That pitch high and inside, 2-0. Gardner hunched down. The 2-0 delivery swung on and missed, strike number 1. That pitch swung on and missed as well. Evens a count at 2 apiece to Brian Gardner. The 2-2 delivery from Rodriguez. Down and inside, another full count. Back-to-back full counts to open the bottom of the 5th inning. The payoff pitch. That pitch is popped and fouled out of play over the first base dugout. We'll do the payoff over again. Rodriguez fires that pitch down in the opposite batter's box, a walk, and that will put runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a ground out victim his last time up. The first pitch to Rodriguez. Catches the outer part of the zone for strike number 1. Throw over to first, not in time. A run delivery to Rodriguez. That one's right over the heart of the plate for strike number 2. Is Rodriguez on the mound for the Denver Cougars. Jordan Rodriguez at bat for the Dodge City A's. That pitch fouled off, and we will do the 0-2 over again. That pitch might have gotten a piece of Jackson Nutter. Pointing at his ear, might have maybe gotten into the ear hole of his helmet. Coach Cirillo taking some time to look over his catcher, Nutter, double checking for possible signs of a concussion. They'll bring some water out of the dugout for him. And Nutter shakes his head and says, yes, we'll play. We'll go back to work. 0-2 count to Jordan Rodriguez. Well, we're not going to go to work just yet. They're going to throw down a pitch. Give Nutter a couple of chances just to make sure he's okay. He says, yep, and now we will actually go back. So Rodriguez will step back in. An 0-2 count to him as we go back to work. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's at first. Rodriguez will go down on strikes as he swings at one just on the outer edge of the zone. 2 away. And that will turn the lineup over. We'll go back to the top with Cooper Schneider. Schneider, a strikeout victim his last time up. Rodriguez fires that pitch inside, framed for a while to give the home plate umpire a look, but not getting the call. Ball number 1. That pitch high. Nutter pops up, thinks about throwing down to first, but not doing. 2-0 to Cooper Schneider. It is Brian Gardner on at first via a walk, and 3-0 count now to Schneider. The 3-0 delivery from Rodriguez. That one's high. That will put runners on at first and second now. Both runners on via the walk. We're going to have a mound visit from the Denver Cougars head coach. So when we come back, it will be Caleb Bergman at bat for the A's. Bergman 0 for 2 on the evening, a pop-up and a fly-out. So we're going to take this opportunity. Let's thank some of our sponsors. Current Construction LLC, Dodge City Kenworth, Duke Energy, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Jimmy John's, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Raybine Brothers Law Firm, Service Master, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Will Fisher Distributing, and Walmart. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So we will go back to work with Caleb Bergman at bat. 2 runners on for the Dodge City A's. An 8-1 lead for the Denver Cougars here in the bottom of the 5th. The Cougars have played at 8 runs on 7 hits. The Dodge City A's with 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. First pitch to Bergman, called strike. The 0-1 delivery from Rodriguez. That pitch high and inside evens a count at 1 apiece. One run delivery from Rodriguez. That one's outside. Nutter bobbles it. Runners now at second and third. Two-run count to Bergman. That one just catches the outer part of the zone. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Deuce is wild across the scoreboard right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch grounded back to the second baseman. Throw to first will be in time. That will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Oh, surprise move. The A's go to Juan Rivera to take over here in the 6th inning. So the night for Zaid Cisneros is done. He'll go 2.3 innings. Sorry, 1.3. 1.2. An inning and 2/3 for Zaid Cisneros is Brady Webb leads off and down in the count 0-2. Zaid Cisneros goes 1.2, no hits, no runs, walks 1, and strikes out 1. So a 2-2 count to Brady Webb. That pitch fouled off back over the press box, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Well outside in the opposite batter's box, makes it a full count. Now, Juan Rivera, unique pitcher for the Dodge City A's. No pitching record coming into this season. That ball's hit out into right center field, and Caleb Bergman there to haul that one in for out number 1. That will bring in Christian Powell. Powell walked on his last time up. A walk, a single, and a ground out so far for him this game. He takes first pitch he sees for strike number 1. That pitch fouled off the end of the bat and out of play for strike number 2. The A's quickly winding down in their opportunities to cut into this 8-1 deficit. 0-2 count to Powell. That one down low, makes it 1-2. The Dodge City A's, they dropped the home opener. Supposed to have been played Friday night, was delayed till last night. Dropped that one 5-2. Won the second game today, or the first game of the doubleheader today. And now down in this one, 8-1. 2-2 the count to Christian Powell. That pitch low. Tassel blocks it, keeps it ahead of him. A full count. So we will see the payoff pitch from Rivera. This is outside for a ball. So Webb is aboard via the walk. And that will bring in Matt Bathauer. Bathauer, 1 for 2, or 1 for 3, a sac fly, a single, and a ground out. Takes first pitch for a ball 1. Pitch catches his own for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Bathauer. Pitch is fouled off over the third base side. Gets Bathauer down 1-2. Rivera looks over at first. 1-2 delivery. That one's inside. It will graze the shins of Bathauer, and runners aboard now at first and second for the Denver Cougars. So that will bring in Mike Bathauer. He'll take the first pitch he sees up high for ball one. Mike hit into the fielder's choice. His last time up. Pitch foul and out of play. Evens the count at 1 apiece. One the count to Bathauer. Runners aboard at first and second for the Denver Cougars with one away. 2-1 count now. That pitch popped up. Gamster now Rodriguez calls him off, and that one will be out number 2. So that will bring in Aiden Welsh. Welsh a double, a single, and a walk to his credit in this game. So 2 for 2 officially. Takes the first pitch he sees for ball one. Runner goes, and that pitch is fouled off. Powell will have to go back to second. So Powell on via the walk, and Matt Bathauer on via the hit by pitch. 1-1 the count to Welsh. That pitch high makes it 2-1. Swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Two delivery from Rivera. Swung on and fouled off. We'll do the 2-2 over again. Rivera's got his sign and come set. Takes a look back at second. Welsh just barely making contact to foul that one off and stay alive. So we'll do the 2-2 over again. That pitch misses outside, a full count now. The payoff pitch from Rivera. Runners go, that one's up high, that will load the bases. That will bring in the designated hitter, Will Brasso. Brasso, a strikeout his last time up, and a flyout and a flyout. 0 for 3 in this ball game. Gamster goes over, has a quick conversation with Rivera. And we will go back to work. 2 away for the Denver Cougars. The A's trying to get to the bottom of the inning so they can try to chip into this 8-1 deficit. First pitch misses outside for ball one. 1-1 the count to Brazo. Swung on and missed. That'll get Brazo down in the count 1-2. Brazo will go down swinging. And that will end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Alex Gallion leading off the bottom of the 6th for the A's. Rodriguez still out on the mound for the Denver Cougars. That one's popped up. It falls into shallow center field. A leadoff hit for the A's. Runner aboard. So that will bring in Jordan Black. Black 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. Takes first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. That pitch is fouled off, evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch up high makes it 2-1. Okay, so the first pitch was actually called a strike. I just did not see it. So Black goes down on strikes, and that will bring in Nolan Williams. Gallion goes on that one. He'll steal second. And that was a ball to Williams. Gallion going to third. Grounded to short. Throw will not be in time. That ball was hit deep in the hole. That will be a hit for Nolan Williams. Runners on the corners now for the A's. And we're going to have a mound visit for the Cougars. Preston Gamster coming up to bat. Gamster a single and a fly out. 1 for 2 in this ball game. Well, that mound visit was over quickly, and we'll go back to work. It's probably just a checkup. Draw a little bit of time to make sure they've got a pitcher ready. I want to say that looks like, yep, it was, I believe, Will Brazil down in the bullpen for the Denver Cougars. That pitch fouled off. Oh, and 1 to Preston Gamster. Gamster will take a step back as Rodriguez steps off the mound. The 0-1 delivery just misses outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Grounded through the gap between short and third. Back-to-back hits. That'll put runners at first and second rather. An 8-2 ball game. So that will bring up a mound visit, and it is likely that Rodriguez's night is over, and it will be. So we'll tell you about the replacement when we come back. Take this opportunity. We want to thank some more sponsors. Cargill Meat Solutions, best water of Southwest Kansas. Danny Thomas, Farm Bureau Wealth Management and Seaford Gone. Garcia and Antosh, Hinton Plumbing Service, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Cody Meat Company, Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, Village Square Merchants, and Winter Livestock. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. We'll step aside and come back and tell you about the new pitcher when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Will Brazil takes over the mound for the Denver Cougars as Rodriguez goes 5 1/3 officially. Peter Tassler takes first pitch. He sees 4 strike 1. That pitch called a strike, and down in the count 0-2 is Tassler. That pitch up high and off the glove of the catcher Nutter. That will advance runners to second and third. 1-2 the count for Peter Tassler. More work occurring in the Denver bullpen. That appears to be Chase Belbro down in the bullpen for the Cougars. Also fires. That one's hit. It's a soft fly ball out into shallow right center. One will score. The other one's being waved home. The throw home is offline. Tassler goes to second. Throw down, not in time. 2-run score. Tassler in at second. The A's have cut into this lead 8-4 and only one out so far. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is not over. We were just talking about that. And the A's will go to the courtesy runner. It will be Dawson Stutz out at second for the Dodge City A's. Alex Gallion has come around and scored after the leadoff single. Nolan Williams scored and Preston Gamster scored. 2 RBI single for Peter Tassler. Brian Gardner takes the first pitch. He sees for ball number 1. So the night officially is done now for Rodriguez. He will be credited with 4 runs on 6 hits. 1-1 count to Gardner. Gardner walked on his last time up. So 1 for 1 officially in the scorebook so far for Gardner. That pitch inside gets Gardner scrambling. 2-1. Gardner, a big healthy hack, sends his bat flying at the third base dugout, and that sends Jordan Rodriguez scrambling to get away from it. Zaid Cisneros will deliver that bat back to Mr. Gardner, and we'll go back to work at the 2-2 count. Also the left-hander on the mound for the Cougars. Fouled off, and Mr. Gardner will stay alive. Dawson Stutz out at second, the courtesy runner for the Dodge City A's. An 8-4 ball game as the A's have played at 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Only 1 out so far. Brasso looks in. He's got his sign and come set. The 2-2 delivery coming. Stutz dancing around out at second. That pitch outside, a 4 count now for Brian Gardner. Brasso being very deliberate on the mound, taking his time. Looking in. He's got his sign. The payoff pitch comes set. That pitch driven out towards left field. And the left fielder Shirley not able to come up with it. That's going to be an error on the left fielder. I stand corrected. That will go in the record book as a hit. That is a hit for Brian Gardner. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. Brasso looking over at first. Comes set. That pitch called strike, evens the count at 1 apiece. Jordan Rodriguez at bat for the Dodge City A's. Rodriguez 0 for 2 on the evening, a strikeout and a ground out to his name. Brasso fires. That pitch inside brings the count to 2-1. Still 1 away for the A's here in the bottom of the 6th. This is a 7-inning game. The A's playing the doubleheader today to make up for the rainout that occurred on Friday evening. Swung on and missed. That evens the count at 2 apiece for Rodriguez. That pitch fouled off over the first base side back towards the clubhouse. Rodriguez will stay alive and will do the 2-2 over again. It appears that Bilbro a bit of a submariner. That sidearm righty throw. Rodriguez fouls that one off. It goes back over the clubhouse as well. The 2-2 delivery. Grounded towards short. Throw to second in time. And they will just get the win. One run will score. So runner at first. On the fielder's choice. So that run scores now an 8-5 ball game, and that will be charged to Brazel. That pitch, first pitch to Cooper Schneider, misses outside for ball number 1. Four hits so far in this inning for the Dodge City A's. Rodriguez goes, and that one's fouled off, evens the count at 1 apiece. If you're just joining in, the A's scored 1 in the second, took the 1-0 lead. The Cougars answered back, scored 4 in the third and 4 in the fourth to make it an 8-1 ball game, and the A's have now scored 4 here in the bottom of the 6th to make it 8-5. 2-1 count to Schneider. That pitch high and inside makes it 3-1. Schneider walked on his last time up. Officially 1 for 2 in this ball game. Rodriguez on at first. Brasso fires. That one's inside, and that will put runners at first and second for the Dodge City A's. As the A's have now sent officially now 9 to the plate. Bergman, the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the 6th inning for the A's. A's led off a single by Alex Gallion, a little bloop single right out into shallow center field, followed by a single through the gap for Nolan Williams on the third base side. Another single by Preston Gamster. A single by Peter Tassler. One-0 count to Bergman. Make it 2-0. Netter going to go out and have a quick conversation with Brasso. Runners on first and second. music department getting going here at Cavalier as Jeopardy music theme song comes up. So we will go back to work. 2-0 the count to Caleb Bergman. Bergman 0 for 3. That pitch misses outside, 3-0. Bergman gets on. It will be Alex Gallion who led off this inning. That pitch right over the heart of the plate for strike one. Three-run delivery from Brazel. A little bloop single. It's headed out into right shallow center field. The throw home. Rodriguez scores, and it is an 8-6 ball game. A little bloop single by Caleb Bergman, and the A's are within 2 after coming into this inning 8-1. The A's have batted around. We're going to have a mound visit by the Denver Cougars. The A's, not only have they batted around, they have plated 5, most of those with 1 out. And we're going to go to the dugout for a new pitcher. It's going to be Chase Belbro taking over on the mound for the Denver Cougars. We're going to step aside. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's have batted around, and it will be Alex Gallion at bat. So Gallion will take the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. The submarine action of Bilbro. And he'll foul that one off, evens the count at 1 apiece. Runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's. This is an 8-6 ball game. Bilbro ducks down, comes set. Gallion fouls that one off. He's down in the count 1-2. Bilbro looking in. He's shaken off got his sign. He's going to chase Rodriguez back to second. I think that's Rodriguez. Nope. Ground to third. That will throw to first, will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the seventh. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Two and 0 the count to Gavin Shorey takes a strike over the outer edge for strike one. The A's plated 5 in the bottom of the sixth to cut the deficit, now 8-6 in favor of the Denver Cougars in a 2-2 count to Gavin Shorey. Juan Rivera out for his second inning of work. That pitch up high, a full count now to Shorey. Swung on and missed. The payoff pitch gets Shorey swinging. Out number one. That will bring in the catcher, Jackson Nutter. Nutter, 1 for 2 in this game, a strikeout and a single. Walked on his last time up. Swing and a miss, and down in the count, 0-1. The A's trying to get the bats going again as they want to get back to the bottom of the seventh and try to win this ball game. 1-1 count to Nutter. Pitch misses, makes it 2-1. That pitch again misses, 3-1 to the catcher, Jackson Nutter. A full count once again. We'll see the payoff pitch from Juan Rivera. The payoff pitch. Hit towards third, gathered by Gamster. Throw to first. Gardner hauls it in, and out number 2. And the Cougars down to their last out to try to add some insurance to this game. That will bring in Cooper Latino. Latino officially 0 for 1 in this game. A strikeout, was on base 2 times before via the walk. First pitch was a he didn't think he was hit by pitch, but home plate umpire says take your base, and Esteban's going to come out and argue that one. I mean, when even the batter says it didn't hit me, and home plate umpire awards a free base anyway. But we'll go back to work. So Latino aboard via the hit by pitch. And that will bring in Brady Webb. Webb 0 for 2 officially. A strikeout and a flyout. Also on base via the walk twice. 0 for 1, or 0 and 1 the count. As he fouls that one off. Throw over to first, not in time. That pitch in and just misses the outer edge. Evens the count at 1 apiece. One delivery, swung on and missed, and that gets Webb down in the count 1 and 2. Rivera on the mound, his second inning of work. He's listed as an outfielder for the Dodge City A's. 2-2 the count as Latino goes to second. The 2-2 delivery fouled off, and we'll do it over again. Rivera comes set, delivers that one just on the outside edge, gets Webb looking, and that will end the inning. So we'll be back with the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Dodge City. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in. Trying to figure out a few defensive changes for the Denver Cougars, but a double and an error puts Jordan Black on at third base. Lead off the board for the Dodge City A's. A double and an error for Jordan Black, and that will put Nolan Williams at bat for the Dodge City A's. That pitch fouled off. Williams down in the count 0-2. One and two. The count to Nolan Williams. As it is Mike Bathauer that is on the mound, and Williams will go down on strikes. One away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Preston Gamster. Gamster officially 2 for 1 in this ball game. Or 2 for 3. 2 singles and a flyout. First pitch to Gamster, high and outside for ball number 1. One away with runner in scoring position. The A's trailing 8-6. Gamster fouls that one off, evens a count at 1 apiece. The A's need 2 to tie it and 3 to win this one. So this is scheduled for a 7-inning game. The 1-run delivery from Bathauer. Check swing, but called strike gets Gamster down in the count 1-2. Coach Esteban well outside of the third base coaching box. Gamster throws his bat out just to foul that one off and stay alive, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. Bathauer looking in. He's got his sign and come set. Working from the first base side of the rubber. The throw. That one's popped up. Called for by the first baseman Bathauer, and that will be 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Peter Tassel. Tassel 1 for 2. A single, a ground out, and on base via a walk. First pitch to Tassler. Outside for ball number 1. 2 away. The A's need to get Tassler on. Swing and a miss. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Tassler hit a single, advanced on the throw, and what became the big inning in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and miss again, and Tassler down in the count 1-2. One, 2 delivery from Bathauer. one's fouled off, and we'll do it over again. Tasso stays alive, and we've got to get more balls for the umpire. So after the leadoff double and an error, 2 straight outs. Bathauer steps off. He'll come set. 1-2 delivery. And that will end the ball game. The A's drop this one 8-6 as Tasso goes around. He'll go down on strikes. It was a tough loss for the Dodge City A's as they fall to 1-2 on the season. We will be back here in just a little bit with the post-game wrap-up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A's drop a hard one, 8-6 to the Denver Cougars. And what could have been that game, just the 8-6 does not do justice to what that game was. So let's go back and take a look at it. As we look, the A's led off. They scored 1 in the bottom of the second. And then the top of the third and top of the fourth was where the Denver Cougars did all of their damage. Scored 4 in the third and 4 in the fourth. And it was the free bases that did most of the damage for the Denver Cougars at that point. So the Cougars, after the fourth inning, are leading 8-1. And then the A's come back. Going into the bottom of the sixth, the A's come in, lead off with a little bloop single by Alex Gallion, followed up by multiple singles after that to move runners around. The A's plate 5 in the bottom of the sixth to make it an 8-6 ball game. The A's hold serve with Juan Rivera. He gets the final 2 innings for the Dodge City A's. Not even listed as a pitcher. He's actually an outfielder. He holds serve as he gets the Cougars to go down in the seventh. Faces just 4 batters in the top of the seventh to bring the A's back. Jordan Black comes in, a big double, and then a throwing error moves Black over the third, but not able to do anything from there as Williams will go down on strikes. Gamster will pop up and be out, and then Tasser tries to check his swing on strike 3 and just can't hold on to it. Goes around, and that's what will end the ball game for the Dodge City A's as they dropped game 2 of the doubleheader 8-6. The A's will be back in action tomorrow night. They travel to Colorado. Will face the Game Day Angels tomorrow night. A 6:35 first pitch from Parker at Double Angel Ballpark. I'll be right back with you. I am Justin Hergert saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.